So my name is Brian Gonzalez. This is Anatomy and Physiology 1. So I'm just gonna kind of give like an overview of like the cells and tissues. So from my understanding, I feel like the human body is composed of four like fundamental tissue types: the epithelial, the connective, and then the muscle and the nervous tissues. They all play different roles in the body. So for the epithelial tissue, I feel like the main thing is the structure and function of it. The epithelial tissue consists of a highly packed cells. It's kind of like sheets that cover the body's surface that line the internal cavities and glands. Kind of protects it like a protective barrier. It kind of helps with like the secretion and the absorption. There should be four different types of the epithelial cell. The one is a simple squamous epithelium. Two is a simple cubital cubital. Not really know how to pronounce it. And the simple columnar and the stratified how do you say it? Squamish epithelium. So I didn't have a printout of the actual thing. I didn't have access to a printer. So I did do a printout on my iPad. So this is just kind of like the epithelial tissue. You can kind of just see the layers and the in the middle of it. So that's one picture. It's unlabeled. Um, so my next one would be the connective tissue. I feel like this one is the structure and function. Connective tissue consists of like cells, just kind of like, what do you say, compromising like fibers, collagen, elastin, and ground substances. It supports like binds and connects other tissues and organs. The main connective tissues, I will give like four or five if I can remember. Believe one would be the loose connective tissue. Two would be the dense connective tissue. Three is like cartilage, bone, and I believe blood. They all play different roles. I have another picture here on the my tablet. You can kind of see the connective tissues, just the little linings and the difference of it all. So my next one would be the muscle tissue. For their structure and function, I feel like muscle tissue is compromised of cells and they are like contractions, so like kind of closing up a little bit. So different movements. There should be three different types of the muscle tissues. I believe the skeletal muscle, it's just like the long like fibers with like the volume control I guess on it. The cardiac muscle branch, like the involuntary control, so it kind of like does its own thing. The smooth muscles just kind of like the spindle shaped with a singular nucleus, I believe. Some of the common locations for that one would be like the skeletal muscle, like would be attached to the bones. The cardiac muscle is kind of like the heart walls. The smooth muscle is just walls of hollow like organs that would include like intestines, blood vessels, stuff like that. The next one topic I would be talking about is the nervous tissue. The structures and functions of the nervous tissue consist of neutrons and they're like supporting cells that are responsible for transmitting and processing information through electrical and chemical signals. The type of nervous tissues would be neurons, the nerve cells that transmit like impulses. The neurologia support cells that protect nourished neurons. Let me see if I have any pictures. So this one was from the muscular tissue. It does have a little bit, but just so you can kind of see like the muscles and the different like textures of it for the muscle. And then this one would be the muscle yeah, so that was the muscle tissue. And so this would be the last image that I would have for the muscle tissue, but that's all for my video. Thank you for watching.